Hello friends, welcome you back once again in Study Battle. So today we will discuss another very important topic which is related to Indian stratigraphy, or we can call them Indian geology, we can call them in another terms. Previously we have discussed the rocks of Vindhyan supergroup or Vindhyan system, where the rocks are distributed in India, Indian subcontinent as well, and what are their stratigraphic positions, what are their rocks, ages, and then economic minerals. That all the things we have discussed previously. So today we will discuss another very important topic which is related to the Jurassic system or Jurassic types of rocks in India. What we will discuss? We will discuss the general lithology, stratigraphy, fossils, and age also. Okay, so that we will discuss today. So let's start our discussion. So firstly we will talk about the very general introduction, means Jurassic system, what is about, where the rocks are being distributed all over India. So you all will be aware with the fact that most of the Jurassic rock systems, they occur especially in Kutch area of Gujarat, that is the Jurassic of Kutch we call them, Rajasthan, along with the eastern coast of peninsular India. Okay, and most importantly in Spiti and Salt range area of Himalayan region, Kashmir, also of the extra peninsular region. So in peninsular region, or we can expect the Jurassic rocks in India in Kutch area of Gujarat, Rajasthan and eastern coast, as well as the in extra peninsular India we can expect these types of rocks in Spiti, Salt range as well as Kashmir area. Okay, so that is extra peninsular region. But most importantly, which we will discuss, that is the Jurassic rocks which are particularly well developed in these two areas, that is the Kutch area and Spiti area. Okay, so Spiti and Kutch, these are two important important areas for the Jurassic rock system in India. Okay, otherwise this Gujarat, Rajasthan area and Kashmir area as well as the Salt range, there also we get these types of rocks, but most of the rocks they are distributed in Kutch area and Spiti area of Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so that's given in the description. As you can see in the extra peninsular, the Jurassic rocks of marine phases, this is one of the most important topic, one of the most important point for you to understand. In extra peninsular area, especially the Jurassic rocks, they are of marine origin, marine in facies, whatever you call them. And these types of questions, the basic types of questions, they are very generally important and generally asked in the JAM as well as the BHU exam. BHU PET means the exams which are being conducted at undergraduate level. So there these types of questions are very important. They can be expected, they can be asked in the post graduation competitive exams also, but most important for the UG exams. So marine facies rocks, and they are conformably overlaid in the Triassic rocks at many places, and important places being the Spiti area of Himachal Pradesh, Kashmir area and Salt range. So extra peninsular this is, and in peninsular India, one of the most important rocks of marine facies, coastal marine facies and estuarine facies, they have been developed or well studied in Kutch area, Rajasthan as well as the east coast of peninsula. Okay, so that we have discussed. So firstly we will talk about the Spiti area, means the Spiti, you can call them the Spiti of Jurassic. Okay, so Spiti area, the Jurassic rocks, they are unconformably over the quartzite formation of upper Triassic age. We all know that is in Cenozoic time scale, at the bottom that is Triassic, then Jurassic, then Cretaceous. Okay, so obviously the Triassic rocks will be on the bottom, then Jurassic rocks will be deposited. So that's given discussing with the quartzite formation of upper Triassic age that is developed, upon which the Spiti rocks, the Jurassic rocks of Spiti area, they have been deposited. And if we talk about the lithological variations, that what are the most important lithologies, so that is the limestone, shales, and the total thickness of the succession, that is in range of 1000 meters, we can call them in kilometers if we convert it, so 1 kilometer in range. And the one of the most important succession that has been divided into two groups, that is the Kyoto limestone, okay, that is the lower formation, Kyoto limestone is lower formation, and Spiti shale, that is the upper formation. Okay, so rocks of Jurassic is formation in Spiti, they have been distinguished in a lower group of greater thickness of massive limestone, that is known as Kyoto limestone, we call them Kyoto group, we can call them, but since the rocks are limestone formation, that's why we are calling them Kyoto limestone. And upper group, that is chiefly composed of shales, that's why it's known as Spiti shales. Okay, so we have divided the Spiti group of rocks in Jurassic area on the basis of the lithologies. Okay, and if we talk about the Kyoto limestone, so Kyoto limestone is again divided. Okay, so again divided into para formation, Tanglik formation, or Sulca-Kuttus beds. So Sulca-Kuttus beds, these are very important because we get them the belemnites fossil, belemnites. Okay, so the Kyoto limestone is classed by many as uppermost Triassic age, means its age is uppermost Triassic. The series considered to be truly Jurassic in age in the Spiti shales. Okay, so Kyoto limestone की जो rocks हैं, they are completely of upper Triassic age, uppermost Triassic, but truly Jurassic rocks, they are well developed in Spiti shales. Okay, and how they have been separated? So that we are discussing. They have been separated by an unconformity at the base form the so-called Sulca-Kuttus bed. Okay, so Sulca-Kuttus beds that divides Spiti shales with the Kyoto limestone. Okay, so this Sulca-Kuttus bed is very important, and that we have discussed the Spiti shales, they have been divided further in 3 stages, and what are their stages we can call them, or formations we can call them belemnites bed or belemnites Gherardi beds, they are here, then Chidamu beds, then low chambal beds. Okay, so this is the hierarchical classification, as you can see here in the, if I pinpoint it, so you can see here the lowest in Spiti shale, that is the belemnites bed is there, then Chidamu beds they are there, then uppermost they are the low chambal beds, means the youngest one. Okay, and this Chidamu bed, this is very rich in ammonoid fossils. So this is very rich in ammonoid fossils, and most important being the perisphinctes. Okay, if you have already studied all these types of rocks, you would be knowing that Jurassic time period, that is very well rich with the ammonoid fossils. Okay, so these ammonoid fossils, they are very rich in Chidamu beds and low chambal beds, as well as the belemnites. So these belemnite beds, they have been named after belemnites Gherardi. Okay, belemnites Gherardi beds, they are of belemnites Gherardi, that's a fossil, ammonoid fossils. Okay, so on that basis it has been named as belemnites bed. Okay, and same is given in the description. As you can see, the belemnites beds are made up of brown shales of earthy to earthy texture, okay, which contains the calcareous concretions and nodules which have been built around the ammonite nuclei. Okay, so that's why, since it's an ammonoid, so ammonite nuclei, and it has been surrounded by the calcareous concretions as well as the nodules. Okay, same is given, you can see the Belenopsis Gherardi. Okay, so this is the name of the fossil on the basis of which this bed, belemnites beds, have been renamed. Okay, and then if we talk about in Kashmir area, means where these rocks are well developed in Kashmir area, we will discuss it. So Jurassic rocks, they have been traced in Ladakh and Banihal range areas of Kashmir. Okay, so in Kashmir these rocks have been developed in Banihal and Ladakh area. So this question can be asked in the examination, that the Triassic rocks, where Triassic rocks in Kashmir area, Kashmir, where they are developed. So this is the Ladakh area and Banihal range. Okay, if we talk about this Ladakh area, so rocks, they are composed mainly of limestones as well as seal. Okay, so you can call them the lithological variations. There are not so many of lithological variations. We are getting only layered sedimentary rocks like sandstone, limestone, shale, and all these types of rocks we are getting there. So these shale and limestone, they directly overlie the Triassic sequences. Okay, with in a conformable manner. Okay, so there is no kind of metamorphism of deformation, so this cannot be expected in these types of conditions, since marine types of sedimentation is there. Okay, especially in the Jurassic section of Kutch area, so there is not much deformation, much metamorphism. Okay, much disturbances in the disturbances in the rock structures. Okay, so the rocks which have been deposited at that time, we are getting it in the same time, in the same position, means there is no deposition, no deformation, no further activities. Okay, so that's why they are layered rocks. And if in Banihal area, the rocks, they occur on the northern side of Banihal Pass. So there is Banihal Pass, you will be knowing if you have studied geography. Banihal Pass is there within a synclinal sequence of Triassic rocks. Okay, so these Jurassic rocks in Banihal area, they have been occurring on the northern side of Banihal Pass. Okay, so these Triassic rocks, Kashmir area, these Jurassic rocks in Kashmir area, they are not that much important, but that Spiti and Kutch, these are two very important. Okay, so that you have to remember always. And in Salt Range also these rocks have been deposited. Okay, so serratite beds of Triassic age, they have been overlined by Jurassic rocks of middle to uppermost Jurassic age in Salt Range. Okay, so here this serratite bed is there. Okay, serratite, that's again an ammonoid if you are knowing about the serratites. So serratite bed of Triassic age, this Triassic age, and that has been overlined by the Jurassic rocks in the Salt Range. Okay, and lithology is again the same, there is no further disturbances, that is the sandstone is there, shale is there, and limestones are there. And these limestones which we are talking about, they are oolitic in structure. Okay, so means these oolite structures, these oolitic limestones, they have been found in the Salt Range. Okay, so that's very important for you to understand oolites and palites. If you are aware with these sedimentological terms, you will be aware with that how they are arranging. So in oolites, there is a radial structure, there is a central structure. Okay, they form a type of structure. Okay, and the shale we are getting here, so that consists of gypsum as well as the pyrite beds. Okay, so these pyrite and gypsum beds, they have been occurring in the shale. Okay, and if we talk about the significances, means the fossil significance, so we are getting the Lamley branch. Lamley branch means bivalves like pecten, okay, lima, so these bivalves we are getting, ammonoids we are getting, and some belemnites we have also been preserved, also been studied in the Salt Range. Okay, so these Lamley branch means the bivalves, lima, ammonites and belemnites, they suggest a middle Jurassic age. Okay, so on the basis of this fossil assemblages, the middle Jurassic age has been confirmed for these Salt Range. Okay, and genera like Pleurotomaria and Pecten or Cerithium, they have been found. Okay, and some thin coal seams, they have also been observed here. So middle Jurassic formations have also traversed by the thin coal seam. They are not so productive, but thin coal seams, they have been found, they have been investigated in this middle Jurassic area. Okay, and you will be knowing that Salt Range, that is well developed in Pakistan area. Okay, so in Indian scenario, we also get some outcrops, but most of the outcrops, most of the expansion, that is in the Pakistan. Okay, now we talk about Jurassic of Kutch, that is one of the most important point for you to understand. So Jurassic rocks of Kutch, they are well developed in the Gujarat area, Gujarat state, we all know, and they cover a large area. Okay, extensively Jurassic rocks of Kutch area they are well developed, and the belt of Jurassic rocks they have extended east west for about 150 kilometer. Okay, so they have been traversing east west. Okay, and the oldest rock formation exposed in the Kutch area. Okay, so they are the oldest rock formation. Okay, ये आपको याद रखना है. This has to be remembered by you that these are the oldest rock formation. Okay, these Jurassic rocks they are regarded as the oldest rock formation, greater part, and most importantly stratigraphical formation in the Kutch area. Okay, if we talk about the principal rock types, so rock types of again the sedimentary rocks like sandstone, limestone and shale, and total thickness is around 2000 meters. Okay, about 2000 meters, or we can call them 2 kilometers. If we convert it meters into kilometers, 2000 that equals to 2 kilometers. Okay, and the base, on which base these rocks are being occurring, so the rocks are being confirmed on they are resting most cases over the oldest Precambrian rocks. So oldest Precambrian rocks they make the base. Okay, and at some places these Jurassic rocks they are folded into 3 parallel anticlinal ridges trending east west. Okay, so this east west direction in which this there is west and east, so the parallel ridges are there, means the folded the rocks are folded in 3 parallel anticlines. Okay, so these 3 parallel anticlines are there. Okay, so that is the, and further intrusions have also been observed in these Jurassic rocks. The intrusion of included by the sills and dikes of basic composition, and these sills and dikes they are generally related with the overlying Deccan traps. So Deccan traps they overlie the Jurassic rocks, and the Precambrian rocks they form the base. Okay, I'm saying they are broken by fault. Okay, so faults are there, and these faults are striking east west, so that the sequence is repeated alongside the fault. Okay, so this fold and faults, this strike is important, that is east west. Okay, and if we talk about the stratigraphy, so stratigraphy is very clear if you are aware with the, if you have already studied, that is the Patcham, Chari, Katrol, Umia. Okay, so 4 formations are there, Patcham being the oldest and Umia being the youngest. Okay, and this Patcham formation that is consisting of yellow limestone with a scaly in texture, that is indicating of marine origin. Okay, so this yellow limestone, the limestone we are getting here, that indicates a marine origin. Okay, so this origin is very important, and we get several types of fossils like Corbula licarta, species of Trigonia. Okay, so this Trigonia species of belonging to Pelsipod that has also been observed in this Patcham formation. Patcham series we can call them a Patcham formation. Okay, and some coral as well as the plant fossils they have also been identified. Okay, so this importance is Patcham formation is that the consist of yellow limestone, the formation, the limestone which is yellow in color we are getting, that suggests the marine origin, as well as the plant fossils and the corals they have also been studied. Okay, so this Corbula licarta, okay, this Corbula licarta that is important fossil, that is a very important fossil from the Patcham series. Okay, and then Chari series. So Chari series is again very important. The formations are very important. Okay, from older, the sequence is from older to, okay, suppose like here. So this Macrocephalus stage that is older, and Drosophilites that is younger. Okay, so this is the series, this is the sequential order, means this is the younging. Okay, so Macrocephalus stage that is oldest, that is O, and that is, sorry, that is oldest, and the Drosophilite that is younger. Okay, so and why we are discussing him here, the Dhosa oolite beds, these are very important. These are the oolite beds which have been found, which have been measured in the Dhosa oolite. Okay, this Dhosa oolite beds, that is very important. The okay, this zone contains beds of oolitic limestone. That's importance is, okay, so that is importance of this Dhosa oolite, that oolitic beds of limestones, they have been occurred, they have been observed, on the basis of which the rocks of these Dhosa oolites, they have been aged. So its age is middle Jurassic age. Okay, so the ammonites, the Chari formation, that is very rich in ammonite fossils. So that tells about the age of middle Jurassic, or age of Chari formation as middle Jurassic. Okay, lithologically the Chari series is made up of oolitic limestone, the same that we were discussing, and dark shales and white limestones, which have been yielded by the several assemblages of Jurassic fossils like microcephalitis, okay, Indocephalitis is there, and this Perisphinctis is there, okay, and Petaloceras is there. Okay, so these types of fossils, they have also been occurred, and this Dhosites that has also been formed, they have also been reported. Okay, so these ammonite fossils, they are very important when we study about the Jurassic rocks, especially in the Kutch formation. Okay, and the Dhosa oolite, that is very important. You have to remember that Dhosa, this question has several times, this question has been asked, that Dhosa oolite, that consists of, that is found in the Chari formation. Okay, and then Katrol and Umia, that we will be knowing, that is there is not much to discuss. You have to remember in Umia formation, that is there are Trigonia and Ukra beds. Okay, so Trigonia, Ukra and Umia plant beds, they have been found in the Umia formation. Okay, so this Trigonia bed, that is very important. On the basis of the Trigonia beds, the age of Umia formation has been calculated, that is the upper Jurassic to lower Cretaceous. Okay, so this was our discussion about the important rocks, their fossils, their importance and their significances, means where the rocks are being occurring and what are their significances, what are their stratigraphical position, as well as the important fossils, especially the ammonite fossils. Okay, so that is very important for you to understand, and this was very basic, not in detail study, means if you have studied further, if you have studied previously about these types of rocks or the stratigraphy, you will be quite aware. But if you are studying it for the very first time, I will refer to go for any technical, for any principal book from where you can study, then go for this video only for the revision point of view. Okay, if you are watching this video for the first time, this is the disclaimer that firstly cover any standard book, then revise. Okay, so take this video as a revision point of view. Okay, next video we will talk about another very important topic from the exam point of view. Okay, thank you.